guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. We are on the Vexthal account, guys. That means we are updating the free-to-play series, which has been a couple weeks since we released a video for it. I apologize. I know a lot of you guys enjoy following the free-to-play account, but I gotta be real with you guys too. I've hit a little bit of a brick wall, the proverbial plateau here in my free-to-play experience. Now, it's not all bad news. I still have those two champions you guys saw me pull here on my last shard opening video. It is Samar Gemcursed, who is a legendary, I guess below average for a legendary champion. We'll look at his kit again in just a second here, but I kind of want to update you on all things on this account. And you'll see my fourth level 60 champion on the account. It is Coldheart. Now, we're hurting for certain on the gear here on Coldheart. It's not the best. And you'll notice, I mean, even my crit rate is only at 60%. Granted, I only need 70% total to pull off a 100% crit rate on Heartseeker, and that's what we're kind of aiming for. So this is the first nuker on my account who I actually have in crit damage gauntlets, and then getting the crit rate where I can. I actually had two decent pieces of crit rate gear as well. You'll notice that the gear on this account overall isn't the worst. You can see Kale is, all 4- and 5-star artifacts for the most part. Same thing with Duck the Pierced, with I guess one exception here. My main champions, Kymar, Apothecary, even Achak the Wenderin, he's kind of hurting a little bit. But that's kind of my main. I just went through them all, right? Coldheart, we're still a work in progress, right? So I don't have enough books to fully book her A1. I'm missing a lot, only one book rather on her A2, and then I'm missing all the books on her Heartseeker. Gosh, man, rare books. You can't even farm them anywhere, man. I don't want to always just continue to bitch and moan about books here on the channel, but at the same time, it really sucks when just give me somewhere that I can farm pages. It's really frustrating. I'll probably make a dedicated video talking kind of more in depth about this from a constructive criticism. I just don't want to rant and provide no solutions, but share maybe some of your best solutions as well as my own, and then kind of give that information to Plarium, or maybe even interview Plarium again on books, because it's just frustrating when there's no way to get them. Why would you make one of the most important parts about upgrading a champion, not just rares, not just epics, not just legendaries, every champion in the entire game, unfarmable?
Listen, I'm a cheat and a liar. And when I'm not kissing babies, I'm stealing their lollipops.
Anyway, rant over. No mastery so far on Coldheart, and again, artifacts still a work in progress. I still need to max all these artifacts out. However, you will see two things on my free-to-play account, and this will kind of drive into why I've hit a brick wall as well. Thing number one you'll notice is that my overall player power is still pretty low, considering I'm a few months into this free-to-play account. 275 power is actually really low. Why is it so low? Because strategically on this account, I am really focusing on just a few champions, right? And I've had to make that tough decision to just totally ignore a bunch of champions who are really good. So let's take a quick look. You'll see that, the only champions I'm focused on at all at this point is Duck the Pierced, who's one of my, most important champions. Kale, who is my most important champion right now in lifesteal gear. And then Kymar, I'm still working on. I'm putting all my legendary books into Kymar, but it hasn't been that many. So this is all we've gotten so far. 3. So in like 4 months, I've been able to get 6 legendary books. That's it. 3-4 months. That's crazy, man. Like, that's one of the many reasons I'm probably not even going to invest in Samar Gemcursed. I don't think he's enough of a game changer to justify taking away my resources. I'm still working on my first legendary, Plus, I gotta save for Scylla the Drakes, when I get her.
I love that woman. I love her more than sharks love blood.
So that's the situation right now. Apothecary, Kale, Kymar, Duck, Coldheart, and Achak the Wenderin are the only champions I'm really focused on right now. I did used to use War Maiden and Crimson Helm, but only if affinity will I use these champions, if I need it because of the affinity. Now, I'm also having to make tough decisions on these champions. Like I said, I have a lot of good options here. Check it out. I have Zargala. I don't know why does your game do this, guys? Sometimes I can't scroll. Check it out. It's like a bug or something, see? I try to scroll this, and it brings me right back to the top. Weird. Anyway, I have Zargala, who I'm not building right now. Because, and this is going to get to the point in a second. I'll cut to the chase in a second. I have Bellower, I have Zargala, I have Umbral Enchantress, I have Sepulchre Sentinel, I have Painkeeper, and I have Harken Greatblade. Those are 6 champions plus Gem Cursed, 7 champions who are really good, you know, varying between them all, that I'm just not focused on right now, and that's why my player power is low, because I only have so much time and so many resources. And that gets into the whole plateau here. In maybe a week or two, less than that, maybe a week, I will have Coulthart 100% max. She's my main focus right now on the account, and then I hope to make a huge strides. Actually, let me just try level 11 here with Coulthart in there. I guess instead of Kymar. We'll see if we can beat the spider with Heartseeker. I don't know. I might have to go off of auto. But here's the issue, guys. Free to play was a lot of fun, you know, but now, I'm going to be preaching to the choir to a lot of you guys. But the one thing I never want Raid to become, and if this is the case with you guys, I would highly advise you guys, you know, reconsider what you're doing in the game, you know? And that's not to cast judgment, it's just my experience that I want to kind of share with you guys. I never want Raid Shadow Legends to become a job to me, right? Now, granted, I make content on it, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about I don't want to have 15 devices, which I kind of do right now. I have 2. This is my main account playing in the background, right? But I don't want to have 15 devices that are constant, or AKA 2 devices that are constantly going and just doing checklist items. And the biggest checklist item in this game for a long time, forever, has been farming food, right? And I'll be real with you guys, man. On my main account, dude, I just got in the bad habit of just buying chickens if I needed them, you know? I bought a lot of chickens. Newsflash, I spent a lot of money in this game, and it looks like this is probably going to be a failure too, against the spider. But I spent a lot of money on the game, and I got in the habit of just being like, oh, let's buy some chickens. It's not worth the time. And that's the truth, guys. That's the truth. I'm not saying to spend money on this game. That is not the answer either, right? Just to throw money at your problem, right? It's more of the time issue is so prevalent because it's taking me, I don't know about you guys, but it is taking me not just a week or so to farm up enough food to max out, to rank up 1 champ. I've done it 4 times now. Feels like I've done it 150 times, right? It's tough, but it's taken me forever, it seems, to get 1 champion maxed. And I know that those chickens are worth like whatever, $20, $30, whatever it may be. And it's just like, wow, is that worth hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of my time? This is why they call it a gacha game, boys and girls. It really is it not? Because it's just like, yeah, you could waste 150 hours staring at the same screen going repeat, repeat, repeat. I'm in the freaking shower hitting repeat battle. That's how pathetic my life has become, ladies and gentlemen. Can't believe I just admitted that to you guys. Have any of you ever done that? Any of you? Any of you brought your phone into the shower for Raid Shadow Legends? And that's when I had to take a long, hard look at my life and just say to myself, Ash, take a break from farming food. I'm not quitting, by the way. This is not, I'm quitting my free-to-play account. It's just, I need to get 1 team of champions to 6 stars, and that's the brick wall that I'm at right now in the game. And to me, I know that your average player, not you guys, you're pretty much more hardcore because you're watching this on YouTube. It's kind of the nature of the beast. But I know that the average player plays Raid Shadow Legends, and this is not a fact that, I forgot where I heard this. I remember it being semi-official somewhere, but, you know, I think the average player in the game lasts a few months. Your average player lasts maybe 3 to 4 months playing the game, which actually isn't bad for a champion collector. But with that said, I'm starting to see why. Because after 3 or 4 months, which is exactly where I am right now, that's when the job, I said the job! Freudian slip. That's when the game starts to feel way more like a job. And here's my issue. It's daunting to me to think that someday, I'm not even doing arena battles every day. I barely can do faction wars because my champions and my team suck so bad because I did make the decision to only focus on champions on 1 team first. You know, don't expand beyond that. So I think I need to get through this, and I want to throw the question to you guys before we end the video. What do I need to do? What would you guys recommend I do? You know, maybe farming Bellower to 6 stars and using him as my campaign farmer, because right now Kale's taking me about 25 to 35 seconds per 12-3 brutal run. So that's taken a long time, man. That probably speaks to why it's it's just such an endeavor to level up one food to 5 stars, you know? I know I'm just, you know, kind of being a little bit of a complainer this video, but I wanted to actually, because I promised you guys I would do my free-to-play video at least once a week when I made this series, and in the beginning it was easy. I was getting so much resources that I never thought I would get as a free-to-play player, but then, you know, around this time in the game, it's such a grind. But again, I think I need to just power through, get my coal tart fully to 6 stars, fully ascended. Oh, she already has 6 stars, but fully ascended, get all her masteries, and then hopefully I'm able to make enough progress as to where I'm able to farm up 6-star artifacts more efficiently with my time and my energy inside the game. So that's where I am inside the game. I'm really happy with my account, and overall, the experience has been fun. I would definitely recommend you guys try a free-to-play account as well, and if you want to, by the way, you can use my link. I don't get anything from it, but I advertise on my other YouTube channel, Raid Shadow Legends, and you get, I think, Jotun, a few ancient shards, a bunch of silver and stuff like that if you use the link. So go ahead and use it. It will be in the pinned comment and in the description below if you want to start a free-to-play account. Again, it's a lot of fun, but it also is very tedious, and I can't imagine being a free-to-play player who's actually towards the end game of Raid Shadow Legends. I'm sure some of you guys out there are that. I don't know how you do it, right? How do you farm Faction Wars, Arena, Tag Team Arena, and all while farming up food to max out, you know, the champion that you're working on, and Doom Tower, and everything else in this game? How do you do it? Throwing the question to you guys, be my therapist. Overall, still loving the account, but you can see that progress has really slowed to this point because it's such a grind to max out one champion. So guys, open to your advice. Otherwise, I will see you next week with a free-to-play update once I have Coldheart maxed, and maybe we'll try out Gem Cursed as a 5-star champion and just see how he does. We'll put some artifacts on him. So thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. I appreciate you guys, and as always, take care, guys.